Hi, my name is Dave Briggs. I'm the Training Division Chief for Wausau Fire. Today we're doing Confined Space Rescue training with today's A crew. And in this case, we're using a vertical confined space opening using tripods, ladders, multiple kinds of different rigging to rescue a simulated patient out of a container or vat. So confined space rescue is something that luckily we don't face very often. However, the risk is very real. Every year people unfortunately die in confined spaces that are identified as confined spaces, but also a lot of injuries and deaths happen because of people not understanding what a confined space is. It's difficult to enter, difficult to gain access, it's not identified for continuous occupancy, and in this case where we're training and practicing, it's to perform those rescues of someone who did get themselves into a confined space, whether it be intentionally or unintentionally. There have been, unfortunately, deaths in the local area around here, and this is something that, although doesn't happen very often, we still have to be ready and prepared to assist those when we're called. So in this case today, we've done a couple different configurations for getting a high point above an opening in a tank. Because we have steel structure in place, we're able to use an alternative method to a tripod and use a two-section ladder over the top to create our high point. We know that the weight that we test our ladders to is going to allow us for a safe operation to raise patients up. The other alternative today that we did was using a tripod, again, not in a standard configuration of 3 equal legs, but in an alternative configuration that still gives us a high point anchor to lift a patient or victim out of the space. With confined spaces, it is a very systematic approach and process. We arrive on scene, we're going to want to talk to a site supervisor, a manager, whoever is there that can provide us the information we need for the confined space. Were they in the space performing work? What type of work were they doing? Did they have a proper permit filled out? Are they on a retrieval system? Are they conscious, unconscious, injured, etc.? We then have to gather their information, combine it with information that we are able to obtain on site through things like atmospheric monitoring using specialized monitoring equipment to then help us identify how we're going to approach the scene. Do we need to ventilate the space? Do we need to wear line supply or breathing air? Do we need to wear air packs? Once we get some of those baseline information gathering components done, we'll then start to work down the path of what's our best, timeliest, most efficient method to perform a rescue, or unfortunately, sometimes the recovery phase. Thanks for coming along with us during this training session, and we'll see you next time.